Most people don't know this about me, but part of my life is spent in a room thick with Nag Champa smoke, theta waves humming low in the background, and Cassandra, my girlfriend, settling into her cushion as I grab my notebook and recorder. You see, that's where she slips into a trance channeling state, her consciousness stepping aside so another presence can come step forward. This is where the conversations you'll hear this season take place, between worlds. Quiet, but unmistakably real. Not imagined, not performed, just arrived. And my job is simply to listen. You see, for a long time, I thought I was simply helping her practice her gifts of trance channeling, holding space, taking notes, trying to understand the strange but beautiful wisdom that kept coming through. But then something shifted. A presence came through with a clarity I felt literally in my whole body. Chai Li, chief of the Hadarian people. And what unfolded that night changed the way I understand courage, belonging, and even myself. So today, I'm sharing the full, raw recording with you. No commentary, no explanation, just the experience exactly as it happened. No filter between you and what came through. So let your intuition decide what feels true. Welcome to the Rebel's Key.
It is our pleasure to greet you, Beckett.
Hello.
We are excited to speak again.
Who am I speaking to?
Can you feel our frequency?
I can tell you what I saw, which was a turtle, then turned into an Egyptian godhead.
We will not keep you long in this. We will tell you this is the Hadarians.
My friends.
Yet we feel as if in coming to you today we wish to further build upon the connection aspects of our communication and would say, if you so desire, you may refer to this frequency today as Chai Li.
Chait Li?
Chai Li.
Chai?
Yes.
Okay.
This is not always, but this is our connection with you today.
Okay.
We wish to begin by sharing what we have shared with your partner.
Okay.
I am a chief among our people. I am seen as that of a leader. We are, as you may resonate frequency of, wayfinders. We are wayfinders of our land and of our skies. We travel through dimensions, and we travel across planets, and we travel among our planet, seeking difference, love, expression, connection, understanding. This is what we wish to share.
That sounds exciting.
we feel it is quite exciting, very informative, for it provides living experience of understanding and connecting in ways with many beings and people. We are in our history perceived that our exploration comes from our desire to find home. This, we would say, is not entirely accurate, because in saying so, it is presumed that we are seeking home, our home, yet we do not seek our home. We know our home. We know our people whom are our home. What we would say in partial is accurate, is we seek what is called as home, but rather we would define as connection, of deep connection. For you may travel and visit and be among peoples who feel like home. It is expanding connection, not in the lack feeling thereof. This is why we say this is not entirely accurate, for we know our roots, yet we also understand ourselves as part of a larger whole.
That makes sense.
We thought you may appreciate this information.
I feel like that's similar to how I feel about connection.
We feel that this is accurate, and why we have felt today it would be useful for us to sit in conversation with you.
Is there anything you could share with me that I may not be considering that would be helpful in expanding that connection?
We feel you are doing well. We would say that in expanding, it is within the allowance to pursue what it is you are drawn to pursue. As we said, we could choose among ourselves that the mislabeling or interpretation of our traveling meant we are lacking. Oh, Hadarians, they just don't know how to be happy. They are always trying to find their home. We are not ignorant, and we know where our home is. We are rooted there, and we are very connected to our people. Yet, why must it be so limited that we cannot explore or desire to know and connect more?
I agree.
Therefore, we would say, at times, when you find the call is deep to explore, it requires a level of strength and courage to be one that comes out before it is understood. And we will say to you, no matter how long, there will be always a degree in which it will not be understood. This, we feel, is something that will not entirely disappear. Therefore, as long as we are having this incarnation experience, there is a time in which one must choose to move forward, even when it is before others may understand.
So I'm guessing you know about my revelation today.
We would say that your frequency and in tuning into coming forward to you today is relevant and intentional in what we have known from our interactions and your frequency.
What kind of stumped for a minute.
No?
I'm excited about sharing this new revelation, and yet I'm a little scared.
Well, as any explorer, one must confront those fears.
How do you
Can
do
you
that?
name them?
Yeah. Similar to what you spoke on, people, being called crazy or completely misunderstood. I think if I get to the core of it, it's a lack of fitting in, I guess. I don't know.
Is this something you find has been throughout your life?
Yeah. I've always been a bit of a rebel, so to speak. I've always been a little misunderstood or not completely seen.
It is hard sometimes for others to see something that is beyond what their comprehension or grasp is intended to receive. Yet, there will be and has been always those whom will see. Do not focus on those who you fear will not see, for if it was seen and you were seen and understood, then you would be simply one amongst the crowd of the many.
Oh, that's true.
Yet, like I hold a position among my people that is respected and revered, this will always be in some way part of your frequency and who you are. One may hold this energy and choose to be the leader in a way that is defined or labeled, but one can also say that in living authentically aligned and following your call, you are, with or without labels, the leader.
I see what you're saying. Front runner. Is there any insights or tools or guidance in referring to wayfinding that you could share with me that might be beneficial?
Desire.
Desire.
If there is not desire to expand, to know, to connect, there is no beginning. Without desire, the journey never begins.
Once you have the desire,
Then you move. Then comes courage. Then comes some choose to embody this energy through various means. Some feel they have a mission of sorts that prompts their action. This is necessary for their cause. Others choose participation. They go with voyagers and explore together as support and as assisting energy of sorts. That allows them to find their courage. Some do or find their courage through change, a feeling that what was is no longer working. Find your key to your courage. Find what allows you to tune into that aspect of yourself that wishes for forward motion. For it is natural for we hesitate, for we do not know all beings, but we have been around. We know a fair amount, and there can be, among most, hesitation into going into what is unknown. This is consistent through many incarnated journeys throughout time. Therefore, once you feel the desire, find your key to help you access your courage. Once you have your courage, then you are acting. And then you are allowing. One must understand when navigating the unknown that you are navigating the unknown. It is impossible to have set parameters of what will happen along that journey. But this also makes for a good story.
How do I find my key?
You have to find that key for yourself. What, when you feel into your desire, when you look at your fears, if you explore this, you may find in looking at your why and looking at your fear, you may find what your motivation or your key to courage is.
So it's your why
Would you like to talk through it?
plus your fear. Sure.
So what is your desire?
My why is when you said that, what I felt light up inside me.
May we correct you?
Sure.
Desire.
Desire. Okay.
Frequency of desire.
Got it. Which is what you said was number one in wayfinding. My desire is to explore beyond what's known.
Now you can look at why.
Because that's exciting.
It's a good answer. We resonate similarly. So you desire to learn more because it's exciting.
Yes.
And your fear is you will not be seen or understood.
I'm afraid when I share that, yes. My fear is what I've come to learn and discover. People will think I'm crazy.
Elaborate. Feeling only, not past. Feeling only. Elaborate.
Feeling trying to feel into it. Maybe really what I'm afraid of is stepping into who I really am.
Why does that cause fear?
Because I don't know if it will be accepted within the community.
Why?
Because it's so weird and different.
Why?
Because we humans don't think a lot of that is even possible, or that it's real, or that it's there, and
How does that make you feel?
sad.
How does that make you feel? Elaborate.
That we don't think it's possible. It makes me feel sad and disconnected and limited.
Again, how does that make you feel? Dig deeper.
Alone. Lonely.
Correct us if we are wrong. We're also sensing a sense of frustration,
True. Yes.
irritation.
Yes. That's true.
Say how that feels in your own words. Form a sentence.
It's frustrating not to be able to be accepted for who you just truly are, for no matter.
Are you frustrated that people don't get it?
Yes.
Say it.
I'm frustrated that people don't get it.
Elaborate.
I'm frustrated that people are so closed-minded and they don't get what's right in front of their faces.
We see your key.
What's the key?
Your key is you are the rebel. What holds you back is the opinions of others.
Yes, that's true.
But yet you have frustration and irritation that things are not different. So you have a choice. You either put your desires aside and fit in because you won't be understood, or you pick up your key that there needs to be change and embody that rebellious energy that's frustrated and irritated. That individual is not going to be able to play nice and merge with others and be happy.
No.
Therefore, your key to courage is in change and rebellion.
The natural disruptor. That's my key.
The more you fall into the fear, the more you are locking up the natural side of you that wishes to be expressed. The more you will become frustrated and irritated. This will, over time, spill into every area of your life, for you are not embodying your authentic expression. If you wish to feel liberated and enthusiasm and excitement in your desire, this is your demon you must face.
I know I'm capable because I already face it by just even being who I am.
There is energy in your choice to exist at this time in this form. You are, yes, a disruptor.
That
Disruptor of norms, of old systems, of ignorance, rigidity.
It's funny you say that because that ignorance really peeves me. I don't like it very much.
I can relate.
Well, and I do have that stubborn side that says it's just not gonna stop me.
The rebellious side.
Yes. But I don't have to be a bull in a china shop, correct? Or does it matter?
There is a level in which we would say requires a strength and courage that and determination that is what creates paths forward. It is not to say there should be lecturing or forceful teaching. But within yourself, you must embody that frequency that is determined and capable of standing your ground. Being secure within your knowing.
so I can handle any frequencies that I may not love, without it tearing myself apart.
Yes.
This can feel like a lonely path.
Only if you choose to focus your attention there.
Hence why connecting with you all, being more mindful.
May we suggest,
Yes.
when your perspective is that you would say this is a lonely path, will not be seen, it will not be understood. There is a level of frequency that carries, that isolates oneself for protection. This also will not provide fulfillment.
Got it. It's a good perspective I didn't see.
The key is to be able to find your courage, move forward with a presence and determination, because the explorer in that energy, they do not always know. It's impossible to predict that which is unpredictable. Therefore, the strength of character must be there to travel, voyage, regardless of the outcome. There has to be a sense of dreaming, desire to learn, yet also the strength and courage that sometimes you may return home with just only the story of the journey, without the discovery or new unknowns. Sometimes, when the traveler goes out and the explorer navigates unknown, there are large discoveries. Regardless, the desire is the fuel and the courage in the beginning, but there is a strength and determination and understanding. There is no conclusion that is defined, and one must enjoy the process and still choose to be that of an explorer, regardless of the outcome. Sometimes there are discoveries, and sometimes there are just seas and moments, and those in themselves are discoveries and create a story that can impact and influence, but yet the explorer can't come home and say, I am done, I am not an explorer, I am not a wayfinder, I went once, I found nothing, there is nothing out there, their world is simply ocean, don't bother. No, it takes determination, the desire, the courage to keep going with the belief that you will experience what you want to experience. Yet if all the explorers in the world chose to not continue, well, then nothing would be new, would be discovered.
I know there's a lot of people who say we have nothing left to explore on this earth, but I find that funny.
That implies ignorance, yes.
Yes, my pet peeve. So the galactic exploration, it's my desire. Keep fanning the flames of the desire.
Do you want it?
Yeah, I do.
And there's your answer.
I want that more than anything. I mean, simply talking about it and I feel this energy just like, I feel like a little kid.
That sounds like good fuel.
Now, can my body keep up?
We would say, and adding that frequency, why are you choosing to complicate your journey?
Got it.
It shows doubt.
Mm.
It shows this isn't for me. It shows I'm being defensive or protective. I cannot go and have these experiences I so desire. We would gently but honestly suggest it's a form of self-sabotage.
Okay.
Like cutting a hole in your boat before you set out to sea and then saying, oh, can't be the explorer. The boat leaks.
Okay. So I have to trust also, which I've been told.
I would say the most beneficial energy I feel would be suitable for you is more the desire.
Okay.
When something comes up, the fear, it doesn't matter. Focus on the desire.
Okay.
When something feels limiting at the moment, it doesn't matter. Focus on the desire. Do something, because there can always be something done to start. If you were to set out sail, you would have to build your boat, you would have to gather your team, you would have to collect supplies, you would have to chop the wood, you would have to gather the tools, the things necessary for the trip.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, one can always carry one item or gather a piece of fruit. This is an oar. I shall carry it.
Okay.
There is always something that can be done. So when something comes and says you can't, you can. You are choosing not to because you are defending or protecting the part of you that says don't do this. It's not safe. Don't do it. Your body won't keep up with it.
Won't have the money.
Won't have the money. The heat is excruciating. How can I survive out on the ocean when the sun is not my friend?
Well, technically it is. I am the sun. Joke.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I don't like the heat.
Focus on the desire.
Okay.
The more you feel resistance, the more you put it aside and focus on the desire.
Okay.
And yes, we understand that there are conversations about being oblivious or spiritually superior to where you don't feel things. We are saying that
Don't feed those things.
You get it.
Yes, I get it.
There comes a time when you have to notice where you are cutting a hole in your own boat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've overcome, or I'm a brain injury survivor. I know how to do this. I know how to not listen to the noise and keep going forward.
Then I would say the louder the noise is, the more determined I would be, because it says this is something your soul really wants. And your old portions or parts, are fighting against you because they are trying to keep you
Safe.
Anytime you feel it, I can't, I'm not allowed, it's not the time. Anytime, be rebellious.
Okay.
And find the thing you can. Like we said, when you gather and do various steps for your trip, anytime you feel you can't, be rebellious. This is what I can. Because your rebellion, as we said, is your key to your courage. This is, we would say, to our people, training for the journey. For you, we would say this is reprogramming your brain. Because the more you say it's okay, but I can fill in the blank right now, you start telling the brain it's supported. It is safe to say, well, I can't. This is not ideal time. All the things, the fears, the limitations. You're sitting with your brain in the truth of those things.
Okay.
When you say, I see you, here's what we can do. Here's what we can do. Here's what we desire and how we can. Eventually, your brain says, okay, we can. And then, then is when the magic happens, because then your brain starts knowing these patterns and starts naturally finding what it can do in any given situation.
That makes sense.
We would be so bold as to say the most efficient medicine isn't in appreciation of what you have accomplished and challenge. It isn't within over analyzing the moment of the challenge, not even acceptance of the moment, but it's within holding yourself firm to your known desire and giving yourself that support of I can. It can be small, sometimes it will be large, but the consistency is the key. Yeah, this is one old man's perspective, perhaps, and easier to bark out to you.
Well, I think you're very wise, and I think you have it, because I did that a little bit after my brain injury, and I think this is why this is, for me, even more interesting. It's reacquainting and reconnecting my relationship with my own brain.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that to a little degree. I remember standing at a hiking hill in Arizona and immediately thinking, we can't do that. What if we fall? What if we get hurt? And I said, but we can go slow. We can stop. We don't have to go fast. And so I did that. And I ended up conquering and going over that hill and realizing, see, we could do this. So I understand what you mean. It's just
like,
taking it to the next level.
It's like grabbing your own hand.
Yes. I guess I just didn't see I was doing that to myself now in this way. So that makes total sense. And I know how the brain works. Consistency is key. You can change a lot with consistency. So I can still have moments, and I think that's something that's, maybe you can give me some insight in that, of confusion of, I know I'm not supposed to have goals and metrics and all those things. So I've been told to just be and enjoy the moment and go with where your desire. But like you said, when an explorer is going out, there are still things to do to prepare for the journey. And those are equally as exciting. So when they're saying don't have goals, maybe I'm taking it the wrong way.
I'm connecting to your energy.
Okay.
For one, we would say expand upon your desires or your definition of them.
Okay.
You use the energy signature of goals. Yet we would say, to some degree, you could say, one could say desires carry a similar frequency. These are important. The desires are important. In any given moment, you should be able to access an understanding of what you are desiring in every moment.
Okay.
When you do so, it will help you understand where adjustment needs to be.
Okay.
Yes, though, we would say, if our people were to say, we are setting out to sail north, and we will find land that will be filled with magical creatures, and we will bring one home. There can then be expectations of sorts. that suggest you should be certain things at certain times, certain ways, certain accomplishments, certain goals, as the word you use.
Okay.
Instead, when we asked you what your desire was, you said to connect more of what's out there and learn more, yes?
Yes.
You did not say, I wish to travel north
No, I didn't.
to the mystical land of creatures.
I don't even know if that's north.
I'm sure somewhere it is.
Yeah, sure it is.
The point is, you desire to learn and connect more because your why, it excites you. Therefore, we would argue that you could set out, sail, and journey, and in any given moment be experiencing what you desire, because it is up to you, an allowance to receive it, and in courage to explore it.
I see what you're saying.
And when you are in that energy, then is when you will find your natural instincts will cause you to find new discoveries. We will give you another example.
Okay.
We are scanning for an archetype, for we feel certain ones have been used frequently.
Please not the Rock.
We will say a dentist.
Oh Lord. Okay.
If you went to your dentist and the dentist began scraping and poking at your teeth, and the dentist was to, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this will work. I'm not sure I'll even find a cavity. I'm just in your mouth. You would not feel so confident
No.
to return to that dentist. This is no different than the explorer putting forth the work, gathering the courage, and then going out to the ocean and then saying repetitively, I do not know if I will find anything. I don't even know if this works. There could be nothing out here. Perhaps I should be a fisherman. I see fish jump. They're visual, so that's a better use of time. It would be no different.
Okay.
So to answer your question, the desire and reframing this is important, and then the understanding of what we've shared, to go on the journey and to be present in every moment, knowing that everything is unfolding to the level and degree in which you are willing to receive it. There will be some moments that will be large discoveries, and some where you may just have an epiphany watching the fish jump. But both are discoveries to the degree in which you are willing to receive them.
I think in a way that's my gift of sharing to the people who read my comics and articles. They've kind of said that. You have a way and a gift of seeing and receiving some of the most deep insight from some of the most mundane things. And I don't think I've realized that till I'm sitting here talking to you.
Then I would ask myself, what I've heard from you, you are used to being a disruptor. You have been shown gifts you possess in noticing details in the everyday moments. Your desire is to experience and connect and find out more for the sake of enthusiasm. Then I would entertain why you're overlooking so many of your gifts and still limiting your experience. Because from our perspective, we would say you have many things working in your favor, yet do you continue to cut a hole in your boat?
Ooh.
This is why I am the chief.
Yeah, I can see that.
You have to, at some point, choose to pursue your desire without cutting a hole in your boat. Otherwise, you will be in a sinking ship.
So I do that by simply continuing to show myself the yes.
I can.
I can.
Start, I can.
Okay. Do I even need to know the answer to this question?
You will find, we would suggest, as long as you allow yourself to be the rebel and you accept every moment as being, whether small, medium, large, find the I can.
Okay.
Know the desire, find the I can.
Okay.
Anytime you feel restricted, limited, sore, uncomfortable,
Bring out the rebel.
bring out the rebel. That is your key to your courage.
This is awesome. Go ahead.
Is there another question?
No, I was just going to ask, is there anything else you would like for me to know?
We would like to share with you an exchange of light language.
I would love that.
We invite you to close your eyes, to feel our frequency. We are among you now, gathered, our family. We sit among you. I sit facing you. This is a sacred exchange of support to say we are what you are. We are frequency. You are. You are of us. We are of you. We, your people, gather in this moment around you, circling you, eyes on you. We see you, we feel you in spirit. We join as our frequency shares that of yours. Curious, wayfinder, traveler, seeker of knowledge, seeker connection. Knowledge not for wisdom, knowledge received through curious connection. We tune into your frequency. We feel your frequency in ours. We are of unity. As we sit, we chant in unison. Though you hear of my voice, we are all in unison. Ayoko shana ha ha sisha ha na yika ha ha ana shoto shu ha 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 la la siyan kana shata ha ha ingana shuta ya ha ha igana shuna ya ha ha sita shota ha eka ta. We share our courage with you. Our soul witnesses your soul. We are family. With this, we hope you receive our gift present, our gift of connection, as you desire to connect. So we are here. So we are here. We invite you to place your hand on your heart. We are here. We are here. We are here. If you can, try to see or feel our frequency around you. The young, the old, together with you, rebels, explorers, wayfinders, all of us, not because we have to, but because why not? Why not? It has been a pleasure to connect with you today.
Thank you so very much, my friend.
You're welcome. We will say to you goodbye.
Goodbye. If something moved you today, trust it. Not everything was meant to make sense on the first listen. Some things arrive like echoes. They follow you into the days ahead. There's many a times where after these conversations, something clicks while I'm sitting in a coffee shop or while I'm just simply sitting on the beach. Allow it to permeate through you and see what comes through. And I'd love to hear from you all what came through. So please feel free, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, because that's what this season of Quantum Nomad is about. I've had over 50 plus trance channeling conversations with various beings from all over the galaxy. And every time we do it, it shifts my perspective, it opens my heart, and it's helped me become a better human. So if that sounds something you would like to try, please join me. I just want to say thank you for stepping into this space with me. There are more doors waiting. Let's go walk through them.